Click on Add New Report. You can choose to add a summary report or a list report. We will cover them one by one. Let's add a summary report first. Add your report name and click OK. Summary reports can show calculated values on collected form data and show it grouped by various criteria. Choose the data you want to work with from the drop-down. For example, we can choose data from a hiring process. This will contain fields related to the applicants applying for a job. For example, applicant name, department, expected salary, etc. These fields are picked up from forms used throughout your process. You can drag the fields to the columns and rows to see the results. For example, let's drag the department field to the rows area. You will now see a report of how many people have applied in each department. If you want to view what stage the applicants are at currently, drag the task field to the columns area. You can now see totals for each task in the top row, totals for each department in the last column, and the breakups for each task department in the report. You can view the same report in a more summarized form by dragging the task field to the rows area as well. Expand the level to All to view the entire report. Drag expected salary to Summary of Values. Here you can run calculations on the field dropped in this area. The type of calculation depends on the type of data. The letters next to each field name show the type of data. T stands for text, N for numeric, and D for date, and question mark for any other. Click on the field name and select the calculation you want to show. Let's assume we want to see the average expected salary. You can sort the data to make easier to see at a glance. For example, let's sort the departments by value. Let's also sort the task by descending value. We can now see which departments and tasks have the highest and lowest expected salaries. Columns can also be sorted similarly when needed. You can also view the same report as a chart. Select the chart type from the drop-down. Let's go for a bar chart. You can set the legend position left, right, or center to make sure it is not overlapping your chart. You now have a visual representation of your report. Next step is to save the report. You can also set the report public by clicking Open. Select the report and click Public. Go back to your home screen. Click on Settings, then Reports, and select the report you just created. The report will now be visible on your home screen. It will show your chart if you have added one, otherwise you will see the report data. You can also create a list report by adding a new report. While a summary report gives you a consolidated view and gives you totals and averages, the list report actually shows you a list of individual data, sorted according to your criterion. Let's set up one to understand how this works. Drag the department to the rows area. You can drag multiple items to the column area. Let's drag the applicant name, expected salary, interview date, and task. You can now see the entire list of applicants sorted according to departments. You can also drag multiple fields to the row area. For example, let's add the task field there. Your data is now listed according to department and task. You can view which applicants have applied in the finance department and are scheduled for an interview at a glance. Whereas in the summary report, you could only see the number of people who were scheduled for the interview and not the actual applicants. You are now ready to create both types of reports for your processes.